Hello, my friend, to day 4 of me reading the journal of when I was in the ancient forest. Now, it's going to get interesting. This is going to be a fun one. I think I remember day 4 was where things really picked up pace. Oop, wrong bit. Here we go. So if you've not watched day 1, 2 or 3, if you want a bit of context, feel free to just go and find them on the channel. Otherwise, let's get into day 4, shall we? Oh, let me just have a bit of me Sticky Willy. Thank you, Ashley, for the name. I must find out the technical term of Sticky Willy, or should I? I feel like Sticky Willy is actually better, but it's banging stuff. Went foraging around Ermston Meadows, so I grew up there with my friend Angela yesterday, and the sun was glorious. Alright, well apparently it wasn't glorious. This was Sunday, the 2nd of November 2025, and I've got arrows above partly cloudy and rainy. Definitely was when stuff started to take a turn. Oh wow! Exclamation mark. Oh, these are my blue light counting glasses. Considering I'm not looking at blue light, I don't know why I'm wearing them. Let's carry on. Was this morning difficult? Another exclamation mark. I woke around 7ish to the most god-awful purge of energy. High panic attacks. Nice to see you. I know it was needed, but I genuinely thought I was really ill. The sensations were that difficult to bear. My mind went to all those poor people suffering immensely in those 2 hours. 2 hours? Oh, that would be nice. 2 hours is short compared to how it gets. I screamed, wailed, cried and shook uncontrollably, whilst feeling like I had the worst flu. It's another thing, I think it burns you out and the energy's going towards all this survival mode that your body's in, that the immune system starts to deteriorate. I think that's what I've heard. But I started feeling like I had flu almost every other week for a year, just leading up to this, but it stopped for a little bit. And I'd go to the gym, feel like I had the flu, rest, and then I was ready to go to an ecstatic dance after an hour. So it's a bit weird, but you know when you just feel like, oh, your skin's sharp and you just, oh, you know what the flu's like. I started to think the lake I bathed in yesterday was contaminated, or maybe the tree I connected with was poisonous, or could it be the gas I was cooking with, in brackets, forgetting to ventilate with the window open, had poisoned me? Or could it be that I was breathing in contaminants from the moisture collecting on the ceiling of the van? So, as you can see, a sensitized mind goes to every worst case scenario that I could possibly think of. Which is great when you're in a sort of survival mode, isn't it? To predict the worst thing, and then when it's not the worst thing, well, you were prepared for the worst thing, so that's not as bad. But it just makes your whole body keep feeling like it's living in this world of utter just dread, and survival instincts are just like ramped up. So you can tell that it's this or it's that or it's this or it's that. But I chose to lie with it. I chose love and presence until it passed. Then I felt it would be wise to walk in the morning sun on an uncharted road through the forest. It helped slightly, but I felt miserable and depressed each step. I couldn't even muster up the guile to be fearful of the discombobulating trees either side of me. Discombobulating, it's a good word. I wept at the suffering I've endured through life, and I wept for the suffering Mum had been through, and for the pain I'd caused her, even though the support and love she's shown each moment I've breathed on this planet has never faltered, and words would do it no justice. This was the first time I considered abandoning my 40-day journey, just out of concern for my welfare. I remember that. Yeah, it's the first walk I was going up to. I actually was walking up the bit I was going to camp at for most of the rest of the trip, and I felt awful. I was just like, am I actually ill? I remember David, my friend, Wizardry, who said he'd gone and lived in a Croatian forest. Don't know if I mentioned that already. And he said, don't be a hero. That's my tip, bro. And I was thinking, am I maybe pushing it? Then I meditated back at the van with a cup of peppermint and spearmint tea for company and comfort. Presence and calmness soothed me back into a state of balance. Yet a silver lining has presented itself on my dread walk. A spot high up on the mountain with enough room to back my shell on, the van in brackets, had been discovered. I don't know why I'm putting the van in brackets, like I don't know. I always think I felt like I would read this out to people. No scary ancient trees close enough to crush me the next time a strong gust attacked, in brackets, and this is no joke, Bobby was right. The number of fallen giants that I had witnessed as I walked up was astounding. Yeah, there were so many trees that had fallen. And being Mr. Hill, I do love a good vantage point. The view of the forest below and the lake that teased its roots was stunning. As the sun's rays shimmered off its serene surface, my mood perked up. Yeah, I remember that. After basking, of course I do, I loved it. After basking in the moment of serenity, which I felt was well deserved after the courage of the morning's horror, I went for another walk further on. I knew then that it had been a mighty energy purge earlier, as none of my other worries would have passed so quickly. Yeah. So if I was ill for some reason because of a tree or the water or the ventilation or something, well, I'm not going to be all right now, am I, all of a sudden? I felt energized and began to make a catchy beat with my mouth, in brackets. Apparently I have an act for beatboxing. I found around the fires at the year's festivals, all 6 of them, exclamation mark, end of bracket. Yeah, everyone else is playing instruments, but I don't really know how to play instruments very well. I can sing all right, I can write poetry. And then I started using my voice to just mimic instruments, which was fun. Such a beat it was that my feet could not resist it. And as I danced back up the mountain to my new favourite spot, I did my mobility exercises and broke my rule of no photos or videos, just this once, and I did keep to that, and then went in to do some yoga. Some beautiful, just like you could see like the lock and the trees, and I just thought one picture just to remind me. I chose to break another rule when I clocked that I'd accidentally deleted my WhatsApp conversation with Jules. As she's a meditation teacher, I'd already asked her to give me like a bit of a soft meditation exercise while I was away, where she'd messaged a run-through of the yoga routine we'd gone through before I left. Her wisdom and gentle approach had been revolutionary for a man who goes to such extremes. I find myself praising her insights each day that I'm here. I told her that I'd mentioned her a few times already when she was round on Friday, and she's like, "Oh, what have you been saying? What have you been telling people?" I was like, "Don't worry, it's only nice stuff." So Jules, you're probably watching day 4. Thank you again. I found myself praising her oh no, we've just done that, haven't we? I winged it this time, hoping I receive a reply to the practice correctly tomorrow. By this point, I heard my belly asking why I had not eaten a thing since yesterday. "It's fucking gone past 6, it complained. I'd felt so faint and woozy that it was the first time I'd considered a meal. I had a banana as my amuse-bouche, in brackets, probably butchered that spelling, and then a little face with eyes going, end bracket. Then came the epic vegetable chili with avocado. That lasted a while, that. Fresh chili and organic yogurt. It was quite the production. My fear of the forest in the dark seems to have dissipated drastically since last night. So when you face the monsters, you realise they were just shadows. Although not completely. Whilst the chili simmered away, I practiced my poem, Sit With It. I love that poem. Which was inspired by my second Vipassana retreat at Dharma Sukari. In brackets, probably spelled that wrong too. Ha. Exclamation mark, end bracket. Really enjoy that poem. God, I'm like a fucking broken record, aren't I? And it seemed quite fitting. The chili was a success, and with it being an epic undertaking, I now have 3 more waiting for my taste buds to enjoy. As I was almost finished washing the pots, I instinctively bowed my head to the floor as I sat on my meditation cushion. In brackets, I am meditation with Michael after all. Exclamation mark, end of bracket. It wasn't intense or out, but it released a lot as I bent over. Sounds of more trapped energy were coming from, yet this time with far more equanimity. Then I decided to use my massage gun. Thank you, Izzy, for that massage gun. That has come in handy. For the first time on my weary neck, back and shoulders. It was divine. Almost as divine as the dark chocolate. Now for more Lord Krishna. Don't do it, Michael. Yeah, Yeah, I think it really, like that morning, just 2 hours of just pure release. Now, I end up having this thing later on in life after this where I can't sleep. It's not happening now. I've managed to overcome it, but I could not sleep without it triggering a panic attack. So I'd just be there, burnt out, weary mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, just like. And then I'd be like, just let me sleep. And I'd fall asleep. And what does that mean to a body that thinks it's about to die? It means, don't fucking fall asleep. There's a tiger coming. Let me give you an extra strong surge of adrenaline and dread and panic. And it was the worst thing. It's hard enough having panic attacks that last for like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 hours sometimes, and then getting an hour break and another one and another one. But not being able to trust I could fall asleep. That was, it was awful. It was like, because then my body trained itself, it could not relax at any point. And it was already at that point, but like this was like, no, not even a single moment of relaxation. So there was just no break, never any break. And although I do get a lot of chronic fatigue and pain still now, it's different weird ass symptoms. When I think back to what that was like, it makes these look like child's play. So you're starting to get an idea. I think I start getting quite long after a while. Yeah. We really start getting into it. So basically, you've just had the intro. First 4 days, it's coming up with some stuff, let's say. But yeah, well, I'm not going to read you the next one, but it's where to start is the first line. There's a little teaser. So thanks if you're still listening to my little journey. And I hope it does start providing you with some helpful insights as well, because I really do start to open up a lot more. So I'll crack open by day 5. So yeah, thank you. I'm just going to enjoy my Sticky Willy, and I'm actually going to go see Ashley and do one of her yoga classes. So hopefully the Sticky Willy gets me in the mood. That's a weird thing to say, right? Anyway, awkwardness erased. You didn't hear anything weird then. Peace and love. Alright, so I said I'd tell you a little bit about you for herbals, eh? So, the Dream Healer. It's cool, this one. So this one, if you know, you know. We've got the blue lotus flower, which the Egyptians used to love. Lucid dreaming, it also calms the nervous system. You've got mugwort from this land, England, if you're watching from abroad. Bobinsana bark from Peru, and then rose petals to give it a bit of a gentle vibe. And then Bobby the Forager. Absolute genius. Imagine Walter White from Breaking Bad, but he's gone into the wellness community instead. And he says we don't put no poison with our medicine, and he's absolutely right. So we use apple cider vinegar, organic apple cider vinegar, and then a little bit of agave. And you have this before you go to sleep. And you like lucid, vivid, restful sleeps. And if you work with it for a while, because some people aren't sensitive to it straight away, it gets real interesting. So yeah, the Dream Healer, if you want to get onto that, it's on the Meditation with Michael store. I'll put a little link for you. And then we've got the Agua de Florida spray. Yeah, man. Again, no poisons, so no alcohol is in this. It's all organic, like witch hazel rather than alcohol and such, and water. And then he's made, Bobby again, Agua de Florida ether spray. So we've got the ether drop, the ether spray. Well, I mean, I can't make you smell it through the camera, can I now? So I'll take my word for it, but it's nice. So if you want one of these, feel free to go down to the store and we'll sort you right out. You'll be helping out a local business with local people. And you can go into the dream world, which you spend 8 hours a day if you're lucky doing, and then get your aura all nice and cleansed. Alrighty, till next time, peace and love.